Let's get this thing rolling.
Barbara have one?
It is a, does Barbara have one?
I got
Hey, everybody. Those of you in our online world as well, welcome, welcome. We appreciate you. Today is all about that value and determining that. And it's going to be a different type of team meeting because y'all going to do some work. That's what happens when Chad doesn't lead. No, I'm just playing. And so it would actually be better if you make sure you have enough people at your table so it's collaborative work and it doesn't take as long, okay? But for those of you who are having this issue, don't know what this is.
What's the
But
issue?
for those of you who are online, we'll try to do it for y'all to kind of work together there as much as we can. Not sure if they can hear me online,
Let's see the next one. See if
but
somebody comments
hopefully.
it.
Because someone said they can't hear.
I can, yes.
Okay,
that's
so
that's
people
an
are hearing,
isolated
so
problem.
it's an isolated, yep.
Okay.
Okay, so
So
let's
you, not
start
me.
with, yes, it's a you, not me. Let's start with Bucket Fills. Tell us something good. What's going on? Of course, you know who we are. If you are new and don't know, my name is Verna. I was about to say with the Real Life Group, one of the assistant team leaders, and this is.
Nimesh, you should already know me.
You really don't need to know him, but we'll let him, you know, be
All
up here
right.
today.
Who's got something good?
Yeah, tell us something good.
Norman, you're gonna have to click in. Who's got something good? Who's got something good? Start standing. Come on.
My son's getting married this weekend.
Oh!
Ooh, awesome.
All right. Who else got something good? Ramin? What's up, Ramin?
It's my it's my birthday. Oh,
Ooh,
thank you.
they're singing. This is the first. They gave her the mic to sing.
Yeah, wow.
All right.
That's a minute we're not getting back. Are they singing online? You got a virtual happy birthday. Look at that.
Thank you.
That is awesome.
That's all I want to say.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Who else got something good? Who else got something good?
I got something to do.
All right, Cheyenne, what's up?
So I broke in like after probably 2 years in the industry. And I did 3 deals last month. And
Yeah, all right. Yeah. That's the new norm now. Triple Crown. Let's go get it every month. Awesome, buddy. Proud of you. Another one.
Anybody else?
Yeah, one more.
This week I just closed my first lease,
All right.
and also this week I have my first house open house.
All right. Rock it. That lease should turn into a buyer soon, hopefully, right?
Any
Awesome.
more professional business?
Oh, hold on. We have Israel's got something. Just come here.
Oh, there's.
So our 8-year-old had his awards on Monday. And he got, what was it called, babe? The Best Friend Award.
Really?
The Best Friend Award.
Aw.
And it was kind of funny though.
Sing, Liam.
And so, because he has so many friends, not just in that class. And the way the teacher said it, though, was like, we're giving this award, but you kind of cause a little trouble having so many friends. And today on the way to school, I was like, hey, so what are some fun things you want to do during summer? And he said, parties. I'm like, what kind of parties? Like,
So he
just
is
parties.
Social.
He's gonna be one of those.
So
huh?
so that's kind of funny.
That is kind of funny. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, speaking of awards, my teenager goes to Bridgeport Royals Freshman of the Year. I'm super
Oh,
proud
there
of
you
that.
go.
Yep. That's awesome. All right. Anybody else going once, going twice?
So
All right, let's rock and roll, right? All right, so upcoming things that we got going on. We're gonna talk to you. Israel's gonna come here right in a quick second and talk to you all about a pretty cool lead gen program that he's putting together. All right, along with Tara. I don't want to leave her out, right? Yeah, no. And then what's coming soon to an office near you? Somebody's being really mysterious there. All right, it says that underneath it. The Beginner's Guide to Command Workshop. We'll have Norman and I will explain that in a second. And then do not forget, May 29th, Memorial Day, Monday, the office will be officially closed, okay?
You can still access if you have an access card.
Yes.
Obviously, but the staff.
Yes, okay, so we're officially closed that day. If you have the access card, you can get in. And then Tech 306090, I will explain that coming up. So let's get rolling. All right, Israel, what you got?
Are you on Facebook?
No.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Hey, so guys, we just kicked off our donuts, dialogues, and dialing. This is not PC specific, so this is open to any agents. So this morning, Ivy was there. So of course, the rock stars show up first. So Ivy was there. Where's Ivy? There you go. Murtis and myself, and then Brandon joined in kind of late. Where's Brandon?
He was helping.
He was a straggle there.
Team meeting though.
But the purpose of this, so Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'll have donuts for you guys. Dale brought donuts and kolaches today, so thank you so much for Dale and ANCAP for providing that. That lead gen room goes mostly unused, right? So we will have, again, not PC related. Murtis has been here for a little while and she still practices her scripts. So
Mhm.
super important. I know we have a script set up via Zoom a couple of times. But in person can kind of be a little bit more helpful, right? So please show up. So Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, 8:30 to 9. Immediately after that is Lead Gen Live from 9 to 11. Okay. So that isn't come hang out in there and play on Facebook like Verna's doing. That's strictly Lead Gen time. Okay. So I'll have some donuts for you guys. We'll get that coffee bar reset up. We'll have a little bit of music going and really get the atmosphere. It's a lot easier when you're making calls with other people. Again, not PC related, or specific rather, but you'll have some new agents. Tara's already committed to being in there a couple of times. She
Didn't know.
I'll be in there, making my recruiting calls. So, it'll be a rotation, but you can easily have 10, 12 people in there. So y'all come join
The
us.
cool thing is like, it's not even the action, right? You can learn from osmosis, right? You're listening to
Exactly.
conversations that other agents are having and
When
whatnot.
Tara
right?
used to do expired, I used to hear her so much that I can probably do a pretty decent expired call, right? You just start hearing those words and they end up working out. So cool.
Yeah, awesome. All right, so to just recap, do not forget, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, scripts and dialogue practice, conversations practice from 8:30 to 9, and then Lead Gen Live, active lead generation, purposeful lead generation from 9 to 11. All right, let's start seeing you guys in there. All right, and look out for Beginner's Guide to Command Workshop Series. Norman, anything specific on that?
Does anybody feel like this?
She's got a smile on her face. Most of them.
No, does anybody feel like this, that I can't get it? I don't know what's going on. Okay, so I'm gonna slow it down a lot, have some series in here, give you some homework to do, get you on a very simple track to using command, okay? So watch for that. It came up in my mind. I was sleeping. I was going like, man, what do I do? But
Those are
Keeping him
not
up at
how
night,
my
guys.
dreams
You're
go.
keeping him up at night.
so
Y'all are not in my dreams.
I thought about it. I go like, it needs,
They are in our nightmares.
it needs to be very simple just to get you started. And then there'll be some intermediate and some advanced stuff, okay?
All right. Well, is that what's coming up next? It sure is. All right. You guys heard me introduce this last week. So a little more detail. The Market Center has enrolled ourselves into KW Maps' Tech 306090. Okay. That's a 90-day program. Okay. That's every single day, Monday through Friday for 30 minutes virtually. Okay, at no cost to you because the Market Center is investing in you. Okay, we're taking the entire financial responsibility of this so you guys can grow in this aspect. All right, so it's Monday through Friday from 10:30 to 11 virtually. If you happen to live and if you happen to miss it that day, you can make it up. You're going to have the catalog of the videos of that day. Okay, fully interactive. You're going to have to put in the work and then you're going to submit your work for accountability to our MAPS coaches that are going to be leading this. All right, we have some 2 heavy hitter MAPS coaches, Tim Beverlin and Marty Miller, that are going to be leading this. All right, this is a MAPS 306090 program for technology. It's going to start at a 101 level essentially, and it's going to quickly go pretty advanced to 501 by the time you get to the end of it. All right, I highly, highly recommend each and every one of you register for this. It starts June 5th. Okay, starts June 5th, so you still have some time. And again, it will be Monday through Friday, okay? So the idea for you is to grow your database into here, right? Set appointments, set more appointments, close more deals, and ultimately what we all want to do make more money. Okay, and leveraging and learning how to leverage the system to help you do that is exactly what this is about. All right, this is not cramming a bunch of information in an hour. This is spreading it out over 3 months. So you really, really learn and set up the system. Okay. All right. Barbara, there was going to be a question or something?
Yes, what 30, 60, 90, can you explain what that is?
Sure. So again, it's, yeah. Well, what the 30, 60, 90 stands for, right? It's the, I don't even know what the 30 days in the month, right? It's actually 60 full sessions for 90 days. Okay, and it's a high accountability at the 30-day mark, 60-day mark, and 90-day mark, right? You're measuring yourself at the 30, 60, and 90-day mark. Okay. Again, if you have any questions, please come see me. We still have a couple of weeks here to get started. The QR code is also hanging over here. I actually had that last week and I didn't realize it was flipped the other way. But the QR code is there, and then you're going to start seeing this flyer all around. You're also going to see it emailed and texted to you. So please register. It's highly, highly worth it. This is a direct program from MAPS. Cool. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, ALC minute.
Hey, guys, me again. You just like for me to come up here all constantly. Just really quickly, AOC minute, I want to chat something about, so I've been getting a lot of questions talking to some of the PT agents and about how to call your database, or people that don't want to call their database because they're like, well, I know this person, they've been either past colleagues or friends or family, and I feel weird about asking them for business, right? So I want to give you an example of how you can come from contribution. So I was just talking to someone yesterday about this, and it's not, hey, Israel, I haven't talked to you in 2 years. Do you need to move or buy a house? That's kind of a weird conversation, right? It's, hey, Israel, I know we haven't spoken to you and I haven't spoken to you in a year or two. I'm in real estate now, and I just want to be a resource for you. Do you need any kind of real estate help, right? Would y'all agree that in real estate and someone that owns a house, it's not just buying or selling, right? It's also, hey, do you need a vendor for something? Do you have a title question? Do you have a tax question? Do you have an appraisal dispute? Do you need comps for that? Do you need an AC guy, yard guy? Owning a house encompasses so much, right? Y'all need to be a resource for all of that. So if I'm in your database, the first person I think of when like, man, I really need a tree trimmer. You know what? Let me call Ivy. She's always giving me all kinds of resources. She sent me some vendor lists a month ago. Let me call her and check in with you. Y'all need to be a resource for your database in that sense. So, and then that will turn into business. I'll give you a small example, just to brag on Tara a bit. So she,
really must be in the doghouse.
I know, yeah. My Father's Day is coming up, so I'm trying to get some presents. She's doing something really cool right now where a Facebook group that we have, she's going through and finding people that don't have their homestead exemptions, friends, people in our database.
Wonder where she got that from.
Was that from you?
Well, it was from
By
my team
proxy.
meeting.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Some of these people don't, if homestead exemption says you mind your taxes, right? Some of these people haven't had their homestead exemption for 8-10 years. You know how much money they lost on that? And so she had a conversation with someone the other day, someone we don't know, someone that's in our Facebook group. And it was so funny because I overheard the conversation. He's like, very skeptical, right? He's like, wait, what are you trying to sell me? She's like, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm a real estate agent in the neighborhood. I live in new territory. I'm just trying to be a resource for you and genuinely help you out. He's like, but why? Because she's like, because I'm being nice. And he was just couldn't get over, he had like a ton of questions and he couldn't get over the fact that she was genuinely coming from a place of contribution, right? So the conversation, he's well, thank you. And she explained and answered his question. At the end of the conversation, you know, she made sure, well, do you happen to have any real estate needs at the moment? Like, well, yeah, I'll be looking for an investment property in the near future. You know, is that something you do? Of course we do. So you can see how just coming from contribution, being a resource, whether it's homestead exemption, taxes, again, a vendor list, all that kind of stuff can get you some business. Okay, that's all I have.
Cool thing about the question, ask yourself, are you going to be just a realtor or are you going to be a local expert
Yeah,
of choice?
yes,
Right.
exactly.
That's the big difference. And again, if you're relatively new and you haven't built that book, right? Where do you go to get recommendations? How many of you saw my post yesterday or day before yesterday that asked about who's got credit repair? Right?
Yep, that's
Right.
another great.
So I came to a source because I needed a list. I mean, that's our culture, right? Put it in the Facebook group, ask around. If you don't have people, vendors for that, you have plenty of partners in here that are willing to share. Okay.
You are the go-to person. So another person a few months back said, hey, we have some title issues on our property. Am I a title person? No. Do I know a great title person? Yeah, of course I do. We're Melissa. Webb.
We know an okay one.
So you
I
see
mean,
what
she has fun facts.
I'm,
Yes,
you
fun
see what I'm
fact.
saying? So but you need to be the go-to person for that. I just lost my train of thought. Something else. I was going
Kind of
to
feeds into kind of what
mention.
we're gonna talk about.
It
today.
does feed. Actually, that was the other thing
That's-
I was gonna say.
That just reminded me. So we just did an events class, lead gen. Our next class, that I'm gonna rope Tara into doing with me, will be a sphere and database class to build like all your touches, because the common question that I also get is, how do I communicate with my database? Like, do I call them once a year, twice a year? So we're gonna do a class on just strictly database in your sphere, how to be a resource for them, how to love on them, and how to get business from them. So that'll be coming up soon.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right, let's give it up for our PC coaches, Israel
the-
and Tara Flores.
And the ALC. She didn't know she signed up for ALC. She also signed up to be a PC coach.
Yeah. We're awesome.
Leverage,
All right.
leverage.
Greg
All
said,
right,
"You about
marketing.
to be back in that doghouse, dude." Let's see. My name is Greg.
I'm gonna do that and just move out your way, shimmy just a little bit, and then we just come through.
Oh, there's your
Okay,
clicker.
Thank you. How's everyone doing? Every week, every week. How's everyone doing today? Great, great, great. You gotta give me the same energy you would give like your ideal client, right? So kind of have that consistent energy. So my name is Greg. I'm the marketing director here at the office. I have a few things I'm going to show you guys in terms of content that you guys can take advantage of. I'm gonna talk a little bit about postcards and I guess and some other updates for you guys. So this one, Memorial Day is coming up, and this is one of the easiest times to have a positive touch point for your database. So how many people reach out to your database at least once a month on command? Ooh, all right. So holidays are an easy way to do that, right? So on Agent Marketing Desk, we have some free templates and content that you can just download and use. So one is a video that you can quickly use. You can edit it and add your own content to it as well. The other is something that you can actually include in a new email newsletter. So if you send out a mass email through command or whatever emailing system you use, that's something really easy to have a touch your database. So that's really important for lead generation. So that's on agentmarketingdesk.com. Can you agentmarketingdesk.com. So on my site, agentmarketingdesk.com. No, not command, but you can use command to distribute the content. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a little bit delayed. All right, so yeah, postcards. So for any of you guys want to send out postcards, so we do have this service. We've been working with a lot of agents in this office and sending postcards out. So the service fee is $75. The postcard could be for a listing, so it just sold or just listed, or it could be something that's not related to a listing, right? So it could be tips for the summer, these current events, things that are happening in Houston. It could be for holidays, right? You can send a postcard for Father's Day if you wanted to. So the idea is to continuously touch your database or people who are not in your database. A lot of times with postcards, it's focused on people who you have not met yet. So the idea is to continuously market yourself, farm a specific neighborhood. How many of you are doing farming in neighborhood? So if there's a few guys who do that. I know Pam has been farming Sienna for how many years now? Yep, and she maintains being a top producer. So, farming is a very effective way to market and lead generate. Also, this is a quote from MREA book. I do a lot of the marketing services. I direct it from the MREA book because I think it's obviously a really powerful book from Gary Keller. And it says, our research and experience have taught us that for every 50 people you market yourself to 12 times a year, you can reasonably expect to generate one sale, right? So that's kind of at a minimum, right? So whether it's postcards or your emails or social media, the idea of you continuously touching the same people for 12 times in a year will make a big difference. We have our services, of course, a lot of things that Israel talked about in terms of lead generation. Norman went through some classes on command. So the idea of sending mass emails and utilizing some of those systems. I mean, this is just from the MREA book. That's what it says. So the idea of consistently doing it makes a big difference. Last, guys, if you want to meet one-on-one with me to talk about marketing. So anything from your brand identity, you want to have a marketing plan. It could be a plan for 3 months or a plan for the entire year. You have concerns about things on command, because I do help a lot of agents with command, especially regarding marketing. You can schedule a meeting with me. Of course, you can email, text me, or whatever, but this the easiest way is to scan this. I have a Calendly link.
you pick a time, it could be in person or it could be via Zoom, and then you're definitely locked in. So that's what I got for you guys today. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, I think we're getting into the meat of
We
it now.
are, all right, yeah.
Okay, so y'all ready to play a game? That doesn't seem very, I worked hard. So when I ask y'all, no, I'm just playing. Okay, so just to kind of introduce you to what we're talking about today, we have a little game. So at your table, you should have at least 2 of these, which means y'all are kind of getting together. We got some big tables here that I might add some things on here. And what you're going to do is you'll see that there's something or a business name that is written in orange, and then some business descriptions. All I want you to do, don't start yet. When I say
Cheaters.
go,
Cheaters.
when I say go, you're going to match the business to the statement. Some of them you'll find are easy. So on your mark, does everybody have, do y'all have it at y'all's table? Let's give it to them.
Oh, yeah, they might not have that one.
And then, yeah, just because some tables are bigger. Don't start yet. Does it work out? Y'all have? That's good? Give it to somebody. Okay, get set. Go. Y'all have less than a minute. For those of you online, I put it inside of there. That's what I was typing that Israel kept saying I was on Facebook. You're gonna match the number to the letter. Match the number to the letter. Which one goes with which?
This is all about you today, guys, all about you.
Yeah, oh, they were done
All right,
first.
right.
Y'all a second. Were you done? He said done first, y'all were second, and then third, but you gotta get it right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. She said, well, she was 4, 5, and 6. Okay, that should be enough. All right, is everybody done? Hey, where's my order? Okay, okay, let's let the slower people, no, I'm just playing.
She's on a roll
Well, the
today.
minute is up. We got a whole lesson to teach. And I need water.
I know,
Don't
right?
you need water? I need water. Need some water.
Uh-huh.
Well, that was number 1, that team was number 1. Okay, all right, so here are the answers. Well, y'all help shout them out. Let's see if you're right. But this team was 1. That was 2. No, that was 2.
Here, yeah.
That was 3. They were 4, then 5, then it went that way. Okay, here we go. So, well, obviously this one is easy. If I had time, I would have blotted it out. Okay, Airbnb exists to create a world where anyone can belong anywhere, providing healthy travel that is local, authentic, diverse, inclusive, and sustainable. Is Airbnb. All right. Everyday low prices for a broad range. Walmart. Blank makes it downright pleasant to work together. Okay. Great writing simplified. Send invoices in minutes and get here to help life go right.
No, that was Nimesh, but that's okay.
All right. So these are examples. These are examples of value propositions. What do y'all notice about them that makes them powerful?
Okay.
Do we have mics? Taglines are there. What else?
Yeah, they're catchy.
It's simple. It offers or tells you what they offer. Is that offer just a blanket offer, or is it solving a problem? It's what they can do for you that's solving a problem. All right, so value propositions, this is what we're talking about today. And part of the reason we're talking about it is because we've been on this journey and this path about your message matching and the market, right? So your message is 2 parts. It's the message and the method, and that's part of your lead gen. We just had people come up here. Greg came up here and talked about a way and strategy of lead gen and farming, door knocking, and then using your flyers to help, right? And so part of your value proposition, we're going to craft. Here's what I've been noticing. As we're continuing in our businesses and after, so post-COVID situations, people who've been doing this for years are having to go and reassess their value proposition. Because the client, your buyers, your sellers, your investors, they're wanting more for less, right? They're wanting you to carry more of the burden for less of their money. They're wanting you to do so much more. And then there's a whole bunch of people like this. Hey, I'm blah, 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 the realtor. And there's other people, you want to see me? Yo, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's wanna see me? Yo. Right?
Y'all can turn that into a real, you just lost it.
So my point is, there's so many of us out there. So how do you differentiate yourself? How do you make people want to pick up the phone and call you? You and you and you and you. Even though you still wear the KW brand. What's your brand? What's your value? What are you bringing to the table? So we know that not only does it have to match the market, but we have to have a target audience, and then we have to have a target solution. And that is our value proposition, right? So you wanted to say something. We have a question for you. What is your value? Why would someone want to contact you in this market? And what would they get if they did? And can you make it as simple as this?
What's your elevator speech, right? If you had 20 seconds to sell somebody on your services, what would that sound like? Right? You should be asking yourself these questions every single time you're prospecting. Right? Before you start lead genning, you should be asking yourself, what are these questions? What is the answer to these questions?
So it's important because we have to use this even when we're attracting the buyers. If we can't connect with them, then we can't capture them. And our value proposition makes them stop the scroll. It says, hey, wait a minute. How did they know that I needed a, right? It helps them stop the scroll. So how do we figure out what they need? What are our buyers saying? Let's move forward. On your table, you have a sheet of paper like this. It's colorful. It's a front and back. One side says from the home buyers. This was a study that was done, and we'll pull it up for y'all need to come to our meetings. No, I'm just playing. Y'all made this very hard for me to do an interactive class. I'm just playing, I'm not complaining. Okay, so you have one side that says home buyers and the other side that says home sellers. So NAR did a research, and it tells us what the sellers are saying they want from real estate agents and what the buyers are saying they want from real estate agents. So look through that real quick as you're reading and scan for something that speaks to you. And then this is part of something you're going to add into your value proposition. This is the problem, you guys. And you can come up with the solution. What skills do you have? What experience you have? This doesn't matter if you're a brand new agent, just recently joined, or if you've been doing this for 20-something years in the same neighborhood like Pam. You have a specific skill set. You have a specific experience that nobody else can touch. You've learned something in here, I hope, right? That we've given you that makes you different. Which one of those things answers a question or a challenge that's on this form?
I'd like to hear some ahas
Right.
from this.
What's
What are
something that you see? Or
Oh,
even if you don't see it here, maybe they
you-
didn't capture it,
Yeah.
but you're experiencing it. What's a common challenge that buyers are having? Okay. Tell me more about that.
Inventory flow is very limited inventory, so there's a lot of multiple offers and certain price points that buyers are experiencing today.
Great. What's the solution we have?
Great one.
Say it again.
Homeward, where you
Okay.
can turn those buyers into
Yep.
cash buyers.
So that's
So
something
more-
specifically you understand, know that they are providing that service and you can connect them to that. Remember how, I think it was you, Namesh was saying,
Probably.
sometimes he says great things. Namesh was saying your connection, your network, right? How do you connect them? What about specifically KW? What do we have that most brokerages don't have? We have strength in numbers. How many agents do we have here? Over 600. And we have some very active who have listings out, right? And with those listings, you also have people who have coming soons. We hear it in this meeting. Nothing is stopping you from saying, hey, knock on door. I got an exclusive list. You looking to sell? I got some people looking to buy. Or you looking to buy? I got some people looking to sell. Work your network. Put it out there. Trade information. You know it's coming. But not only that, if it's here, it's also in other brokerages. Do you have some coming soons coming about? As realtors, we have that extra capability, right? All right, that's a problem sellers are having.
72% of people only interviewed one agent.
Yeah. that's a big-
72% only interviewed one agent.
2 meetings ago, right?
And that actually went down. Did it? Right? So it used to be higher. So where are they finding the agents? It's on there. Nope. Referrals from friends. So you need to be tapping into that database.
Are you one of the top 2 people that come to mind when it comes to real estate? That's the statistic, right? 91% of the consumer never gets past the second agent.
Here's something, and I'm just making this very, very simple so y'all can understand how simple it is. On the middle of it, it says on the buyer side, most valuable website features, detailed property information. So now one of your value propositions to sellers is, hey, my website brings all the buyers to the yard and they like, it's better than yours because we got detailed property information. Y'all know I do a little extra. I have a website that has detailed property information. And according to NAR, this is one of the best features or strongest features buyers are looking for when they go searching for it online. And do they find it online? Yeah, they do.
Or better yet, you can make a dedicated website for
For
their
their
listing and their
listing
listing
itself.
only.
Right? So we have that within Command capabilities. Okay, what about for sellers? Did I ask that? What'd y'all say? You said the 72%. What else?
What else sticks out?
Can we switch it to the seller one, please? Thank you. No, not y'all. Online, yeah. Yep, the next one. Home seller.
You know what's staggering to me is the high percentage of people that are willing to wait to sell their house,
Yeah,
right? Money
because
talks.
there's fear. There's
Mhm.
fear that they don't have what is necessary. And so you have to go out there and educate the market about what's necessary. Okay, the next thing that I have on your table, but you guys online won't be able to see this, is another study. And this goes a little bit more in detail. Sorry for the wonkiness of it.
Come back up here.
Y'all don't see this, but it's there. If you want it, I'm gonna give it to Greg so they can put it online. It's a profile from NAR about home buyers and sellers. Who is buying? Where are people buying from? How long are buyers looking? Who's financing? Who's selling? Do you know the numbers for financing has gone down? It went from 86%, most people are financing, to now 78%.
Why is that?
Because people were inundated with a lot of money during COVID, so now they're just sitting on some funds and most people are paying cash.
Well, and they were taking
Well,
advantage of,
more people were paying.
and even the
cash.
people with cash were taking advantage of the low interest rate, right?
Absolutely.
Borrow smart. Now with the slightly higher, maybe they're utilizing more cash.
It also tells you who is selling. Look at that. Typical seller was how old? What have I been telling y'all about the greatest amount of cash or money transfer is about to happen with the baby boomers? Is 60 part of that?
Mhm.
Go create your opportunity with a value proposition that's going to capture them into your web. Look who's selling, 60-year-olds. Craft a message to that with a value proposition. Start making jotting down what are the things that most 60-year-olds, the average 60-year-old is going through that might prohibit or inhibit this sale. What makes it harder for them? What are they trying to do? What are they looking for? Who's selling it? It's in their name. Is a kid coming through and helping them sell it? How do you craft a message that shows your value in that? Hey, I have movers. Hey, is your parent a hoarder? Mine is.
Mine too.
I have connections. Create that roster. Who was it that said it over here earlier? I was typing. That said that they were putting their information about vendors inside of their command. Create that roster of services, the people that you can connect them to. Make sense?
Your allied resource partners.
Okay, so now y'all are about to get to work. On there, you should have a sheet of paper that says, what's your value? But before that, we want to teach you what needs to be in your value proposition. Let me switch it back. You're so good.
Click on it.
Not yet.
No, or him. There you go.
Okay, so here are the components of a value proposition. It must be unique and memorable and persuasive. You need this to move them into action. We're not just saying stuff for saying stuff's sake. It needs to be persuasive. It needs to be unique. You bring the uniqueness. Where's your authenticity? Where's your blueprint in this? And it's got to be memorable. So that's the first thing. It's a statement that expresses the true value of working with you. Okay. Then the second portion of it is, you can take this one.
No, you're good. Keep going.
Okay, because I feel like I done
No, you're good.
did this.
Okay.
Okay, it addresses the specific and special needs of the buyer and the sellers in your market. It solves a problem. You saw that in the example. It solves a problem. And then it states what you will do. You're the answer to the problem. And then it holds you accountable to high standards. There's a way that there's a check and balance in what you're doing that is holding you to high standards. For some of y'all, if you were brought into KW by me, I don't know if anybody else does this, but I know I do it. Then I told you that there was a hack on how you can understand this market very quickly. That was for you to start reaching out to people who are part of this real estate transaction, your lenders, your title companies, your inspectors, your whatever. And every week you're calling them and you're scheduling some time to talk when you're new, right? When you're not new, every week you're calling them and you're just asking them these two critical questions. One, what is the biggest challenge that you have in your industry right now? Or what is the biggest challenge that you've seen this week with, if it's a lender, with buyers, right? With loans. And they're going to give you the problem. And then the second powerful question that follows up to that is, how have you or your company overcome that challenge? Now they're going to give you the solution. And you can weave this into crafting your value proposition. Hey, I have people who, are you experiencing this? I have people who, right? And you're the connector. Okay, so craft, everybody should have a paper. It says, what's your value? It's there. I want you to take, I don't know how much time is up there, about 3 to 5 minutes, and start creating your value proposition. And what you can do is you can work with the people at your table, but take some time this week to craft it and start sharing it. You can use it in the lead gen. You can use it to convert. You can use it to cultivate your relationships. You can use it as a touch. Your value proposition should be something that just spits out because it's valuable. And then I'll share with you what one I came up with for myself.
Oh, great.
I got to go find it.
All right. So remember that this is all about you. I'm sorry, dear. Was that in your way?
No.
This is all about you, right? Dig deep. In fact, I implore you to ask yourself when you're writing your statements down or your thoughts, ask yourself why 3 times when you put a statement down. Why? Why is that? All right, go deep. The way I like to translate, and you've heard this before, value proposition, right, is your client experience promise, right? What is it about you that you're promising to your client, the experience you're promising to your client? Okay, what makes you you? What makes you awesome? Okay, about you, not about the real estate or the transaction, right? What makes it special about you?
Norman, can we play some music softly and then people practice and then we'll reconvene in 2 minutes?
Okay. Do it. Let's hear them.
I want y'all seriously to take some time to practice the value proposition. That's how the dance goes. Don't even do it. All right, so we have a couple, and do we have 1 or 2 people who will share theirs? Now, remember, this is just a rough draft. You want to keep going. I'm gonna share my rough draft, but I'm gonna keep going. All right, Ramin, the birthday girl. All right, do we have
Stand up,
a
stand up,
mic
stand up. Yes, we
so
do
they
need a
hear
mic.
you online?
Mine's like really super
A
simple.
little louder.
It's okay. It needs to be simple.
I said, I'll do whatever it takes to find a solution.
Okay.
Sure.
So is it truly whatever? Right? And what solution are you actually, what challenge, buyer challenge or seller challenge are you answering with that? And is it truly whatever? Because people could put ...
Yeah, I got to think about that now.
Okay. But thank you, right? That's a start. Keep going.
Okay.
Get deep.
Narrow down. And what attribute do you have that's there? It could be that you're diligent
Mhm.
and that you're persistent. And so use those words, but see what challenge is that solving? Anybody else? Okay, Brandon, I'm taking that stretch to being yes. You want to talk? Great. Okay. Thank you.
So I said my personal or my value proposition was that I help families build and maintain their legacy through real estate by walking them through the process step by step and curating solutions through personable, innovative, and adventurous experiences.
Awesome.
Cool.
Awesome. Find a way to make it a little bit more succinct. like 16. Yeah, so that it's easy for them to remember it, okay? The power of it, okay?
Okay,
Shine.
so I got simplified experience in buying or selling,
Okay,
dedicated to the industry, and experienced negotiator.
there you go. Love it. All right. Any seasoned
That's- I was thinking the same thing.
agents? Okay.
All right, Corinne.
I will provide in-depth CMA
Okay.
based on the uniqueness of the property. Or with the upgrades or the current condition.
Awesome. So she's separating herself as a very
Pricing
specific,
expert.
right, market expert for that, right? So in depth. All right, so mine is very simple, and this is just thinking about broadly what I do, not only as, you know, an agent myself, but also just as someone who services you guys and a recruiter. So I help you think differently so you can be who you were meant to be. Don't y'all feel like that's me? Right? Okay. I'm still working on it though. All right. Okay. So thank you guys so much for that. We have a uniqueness and value that for each one of you agents, we have business partners that are here and aligned with us. They left. Great. Okay,
Jackie
so,
here.
okay, who are aligned with us, who come here week after week and they update you on what's happening in the market. They update you with some additional value that they bring to you. So I want to just call them up so that they can share some of the value that they've either provided to somebody over the next week, the value they can provide for you right now, or just take it away. Oh, let me share something online. I'm sorry, people. I didn't mean to neglect y'all. Someone said, I educate my clients regarding their dreams in real estate. I get to help families invest in building wealth through real estate. So those are some examples. My passions are to help those with less access to information and opportunities regarding home ownership and investments. Great. Those are real good ones. Really, really good ones. Y'all keep working on it. Take it away, Yu.
Okay, good morning.
Morning.
So, yeah, I've been working for Reliant for 11 years. Now I'm in the Reliant Realtor channel, so I'm not a realtor. Jojo asked me, am I a realtor? So I met her like a few weeks ago on the party, promote KW. to her. So, okay, so I kind of want to give you some of my personal experience. Sometimes the elevator talk works, okay? Like, yeah, like December, I went to the center, KW Central Office. So this on the team meeting, I give out my phone number. So the realtor forget to use me, okay? But finally, this once she remember me now, so I already closed it for sale for her. This
There you
is
go.
300.
It was memorable, it was unique to her. Well, it was somewhat memorable because she remember your number, write it down. But then she was able to, and you were able to close the sale.
Yeah, so like one time I went to have a dinner appointment with my friend, she was late. So there's other realtor office there. So I just went in there for a few minutes, just a few minutes talk, and then she's starting to use me. Same thing happened to her brother. I met him in other location. It's 3 minutes talk. I stopped him when he walking in, I'm walking out. So they starting to use me. But later I asked her, why you using me? I only talked to you for 3 minutes. She said, everybody deserve a chance, okay? She will give everybody a chance. Try it one time. If it works, you'll keep it. If it doesn't work, you just move on. So I hope you guys will give me a chance, okay? Here's my number if you want to put it on your phone. Maybe a few months later, you.
Right, he'll resolve himself. I love it.
713
713
898
898.
8043.
8043.
Yu Lin. Thanks to all my helpers.
Absolutely. Thanks, Yu.
Thank you.
Yay. Patent title, Miss Melissa.
Hi, guys, Melissa from Patent Title right downstairs. My value is that it's not just business for me. I care about each and every one of you on a personal level and want all of you to succeed. And I really, really mean that. And I want you to succeed by asking me questions, and any way I can help, I'm always going to be there for you. What I wanted to talk about real quick today is when you are going on a listing appointment and they do say there's an existing survey, get that right away before you even like send in and execute a contract. This minute they say they have a existing survey, send it to us or send it with the listing agreement if you want to open title on listing agreement, because sometimes the surveys are not approved. And so there's so many different factors that go into approving a survey. And then if you say you have an existing survey and then we don't get it until later, then that could delay closing. So if the information you ask right up front from the listing agreement is, you're better off that way. So nothing gets pushed back. My fun fact is, do you know that, the Mona Lisa doesn't have eyebrows? Well, people always wonder why Da Vinci painted her without eyebrows. Fun fact is that she used to have eyebrows, but over time these eyebrows wore off due to the cleaning over time. To this point, they're no longer visible. Thank you so much. I'm always available. I'm always downstairs. My number, if you don't have it, it's too bad. No, I'm just kidding. 253-709-4049. Two 253-709-4049. But you should know it by heart. So text me, call me. Bye. Thank you.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Just real quickly in regards to value added or value added proposition. As a mortgage lender, I've met with some of your different clients. I would have to say that our close rate to be able to work with your clients when we get one-on-one, just like you would with some of your clients, your close rate goes way up. The benefit to having us here in the office, myself, Catherine, or Denise, is that we can answer any questions your clients have when they come in. We can run numbers, we can pull credit reports, we can give them estimates, show them total dollars that they're going to be required to come to closing. We can talk about different loan programs, which has a benefit. There is a value to that. I will also say that if you have borrowers that are doing business with Chase or Bank of America or Wells Fargo or any of the big banks, and you need a pre-qualification letter, give it a shot. Go ahead and call that mortgage loan officer at those big banks and see if they call you back to not get a pre-qualification letter, because it's not going to happen on the weekend. So it is frustrating. We've put it out there. We work with people on the weekends. I'll even call agents and tell them what a fantastic borrower this is to help you get the deal. And we sometimes don't get the loan. Just know it's a numbers game. You've got to constantly be working and be in front of people to have the opportunity to do business with them. So don't get discouraged when that's there. So rates are still up. Hopefully they get the debt ceiling conversation handled and that the government doesn't default on all of the loans that they will not default on, and rates will finally start coming down. Okay. We're here for you. Please use us.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. And then finally, our sponsor for today, lunch sponsor for today is someone that you guys have been seeing, but it's Miss Mary Lee Master. But I wanted to make a joke right before I came up here. She's talking about these eyebrows. That's a different thing when you're thinking about wax on, wax off.
I was just gonna say, don't scrub your eyebrows, but I guess. Come on.
All right, come on, Miss Mary.
We all know what happens after a long day when we take our makeup off. Sometimes the eyebrows come off too. That's a common problem. So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mary LeMaster, and I'm the managing partner with A-Action Home Inspection Group. And we are a full service inspection company. So what that means is we do pools, septic, we do wells, we do infrared, we do drones and zip level. But best of all, sprinkler systems too is in there, sorry. But best of all, every single one of our home inspectors is pest control certified, which means we include that termite report absolutely free with every inspection. So it doesn't matter, termite report is always included. Another great thing is our inspector is completing the inspection on a tablet as they go through the house. So at the end of the inspection, they can go over the entire report with you and your client right there on site. In fact, you'll get that report within an hour in your inbox. We try to do it immediately, but I say give them an hour. Sometimes there's connectivity issues depending how rural we are. Now, I always get asked two questions. The first question is, how much do you charge, right? That's the big one. Right now, it's about $550 for 2,200 square feet. That's about the average square foot of a home. It would be $550. And of course, that does include the termite report. Pools and septic systems are always a little extra only because the inspector needs extra training and extra tools to do those. Second question I always get is, where do we serve? So we go all the way up to Conroe, all the way down to League City, all the way out west to Katy and out east to Baytown. And if you draw a big circle, every single town and hamlet, city in between, including of course, Sugarland. So if you have any questions, I am gonna be here handing out my card, but I have a giveaway first. So if you have your card, go ahead and drop it in. It's $10 to Starbucks. And of course, I can answer any questions now if you think of anything.
Does anybody have any questions for her?
One question I often get is how to schedule. I have fantastic admins. You're trying to schedule online. Go to our website, hit schedule here. You can even go to quote online, that's what you do. You don't have to fit this. If you're helping your client shop around, that's a great way to help them price out.
Okay, so for those of you online, she was saying that you can schedule online as well. So you just simply go to the online location, and then you can click the scheduling portion. Okay, well, we truly appreciate you guys. We do value each and every one of you deciding every single day to be our business partner. So thank you so much for that. And we pray that if we're not being very valuable to you, if you're not seeing and understanding or feeling the value and the impact of our value, come see us. Let's see how we can get that changed. Give us an opportunity for that. And if not, then, you know, we wish you all the best. But other than that, do you have anything else you want to say?
No, I just was gonna ask, add a little two pieces of value before we closed out, right? We talked a little bit about the message and the method earlier, right? And your message. Yet one thing we did not bring up is in that message, right? MOFR. Make sure that you have a call to action when you are providing your value. Right? You're looking for immediate response. That's what MOFR stands for, a message for immediate response. Okay. So make sure that it's a call to action. Yes, no questions. They have to respond. Okay. And we will go in depth into that. I think we should really, right? So moving forward, we'll go a little bit in depth into this.
And we'll have even more
message and
classes
method.
and different
Yep,
things of that sort.
think so.
So you heard my value, you know, helping people think differently so they can be on purpose. Here's my call to action. Think of the person who over the last week or two has been struggling in real estate and they don't feel like they're walking in their purpose. Connect them with us.
Mhm.
Y'all have a good one.
Awesome.
Do you want to
Thank
draw
you.
real quick?
Yeah, we can draw. Go here.
We'll see our winner chicken dinner.
It's
What is that?
$10 to Starbucks. It's this cute little armadillo, Texas, so cute.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Somebody just,
Papa. Well, she's not here.
oh, must be present to win. No, yeah, just kidding.
We'll give it to her. She probably just went to the.
Barbara.
Her
Our stuff is right
there.
there.
She just went to
Yeah.
the restroom. All right, we'll give it to her.
Okay.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
no
much.
problem.
You want to take a picture?
If you want.
She'll be- oh, she is.
I don't need it.
All right, she wasn't here. Let's pick again. Oh.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Mary.
Thank you
Appreciate
so
you.
much.
Thank
All right, we played games and got out on time. Y'all go have fun. Food is in the back.
See you guys. See you
Was
online.
it valuable? Okay, good.
Yeah,
Thank
she
y'all
got like
for
that.
all my
She got like
helpers.
that a couple of times. Yeah.
We got Jasmine, we have Erica and Brandon and all helps. Absolutely. We got some good ones online.